Hello, and welcome back. I am a cereal box. This is Terraforming Mars Solo Challenge Season 3. I am super excited to jump into it, but I need to say one thing before jumping in. If you play solo and you track your stats of what corporation you've played, whether you won or lost, and what score you got, I'd love to see you join our Discord. I mean, you can join our Discord for any reason, but specifically, if you got statistics on solo or even competitive games, join in. We're compiling a whole bunch of different community statistics, and we're going to see what our community does, how well our success rates are, what the best corporations are, and a whole bunch more. So if that interests you at all, there will be a link in the description of this video. And let's just jump into it. So solo challenge, first one, let's go. I am seeking high scores. Saturn systems makes me want to say yay, especially when you start with a little bit of Jovian tag, titanium, which is overpowered for them, a couple of other things that work well, though the mining area, we really need there to be a something that we can build off of. Let me look at the game state. If we built this, quote unquote, built this lava flows, we could build it here for a card, and then for just $4, build the mining area off of it, which I think is very powerful. And then a couple of mining areas early on, and we just pray for Jovians. 2 heat bumps early on is all right. I'm not sure it leaves us enough to get the mining area or the titanium mine. But I still really like it. Like, that's 2 income. We mining area because it's cheaper, and it also gets us a titanium back. And then if we could get $2, we could do the titanium thing. Here's a great card for us, Fusion Power. Always love to have the potential for energy production. We're not using any of our Saturn system benefit of getting Jovian tags, so we haven't built any other than our corporation, but we do start with the titanium, which is pretty powerful. Natural Preserve is good. We could have used that to get on the board in the first turn. With $22, we can get both of these cards if we take nothing. But this is a money income and a science tag, which I think is valuable enough to do. And if we do it and get steel, or actually I can already get the titanium mine, I just can't do this, which is fine because -2 income is pretty rough, though I'd like to start on the heat energy and stuff. Neutral positions aren't too bad. Let's just go and grab some steel. I think that's a solid grab. And then we use that steel to buy this. Sadly, I think we are $1 short, 1 ME, for a colonizer training camp, which, is fine, but it's just $1, 1 unit of money production. So I think next up is definitely try and get the solar beam going. Micro mills is valuable for sure. Honestly, a lot of this is valuable. Let's see. 13. I think we grab both of these. Algae is really good too, though, but I just don't see us getting oceans anytime soon. If I grab 3 of these, I don't have that much money, because that's 13 plus the 9. That puts us to 22. I couldn't even get another one of these. So let's put off algae, and then let's get this friggin' heat on the way. And 1 more heat. I'm more interested in getting a heat production than I am to get a money production, despite rad suits being alright for that. Honestly, there's a really good debate to be said that I should have grabbed algae over rad suits, but I think that the income is going to go a long ways for us. We're just dying for some, for some stuff like this, quite frankly. And plant production, that's pretty interesting. We don't have enough money. We have so much titanium that we could buy this. How many space tags do we have? Like 0? Honestly, all these cards are strong enough that I want to do. It allows us to play Ganymede Colony. That gives us a single income and we know we want it. And this gives us 2 income, which is pretty weak, but we don't have any other use for our titanium, so I want to get something downrange for that. Had I not grabbed algae for the plant income, we'd be in a better spot, because we could have played another card there, but aquifer pumping, this is all the more reason to get that metal city down, which costs 18, I believe, underground city. Yeah, let's try and get that, but we could also get mining rights. But if we got mining rights, we'd also grab large convoy. I think this is the turn where we hold off. We give up on some of these productions and high point cards. We take the aquifer pumping, and then we get that city down. ASAP. So this is going to go here in a nice bed of plants that we can build around. Remember that we're going to save these plants for when we have oceans on the board. This heat bump's great because it gives us a little bit of a boost, though it'll take 2 more turns to have enough heat. Come on, I really want to win on this first run. I'm just worried that we have lots of titanium that we're not able to use because we're not getting good events for it or anything like that. And that's fine. We don't have many science or earth tags or enough energy tags. It sucks because we need... Do we need energy? Greenhouses gives us some stuff. I don't know, like sponsors is a no-brainer, I think. And then we have a handful of things here that we can build. And this could use our titanium. We have tons of titanium. It's way better to save to later, but let's start with it. And let's try and get our productions up. How much of this can we build? We can build 2 things. We might as well get the one that gives us 2 income. And we will get the plant, because we are going to need plants. There's no kidding. We'd really, if possible, like to get consume energy to create oxygen, because that's typically where Saturn system struggles the most. Though we have like no science, but I can never not take anti-grav and acquired company. Now the problem is with this, we'd only have $14, which is enough for this. It's not great. We get another heat bump in, which is all right. This would give us enough for oxygen. We'll overpay. I do want to get the oxygen bump ASAP, because that allows us to get a little bit of income from that TR, which honestly we're going to need. And while we're at it, we'll spend 4 steel to get this points card down. Yeah, it's just a points card, but it gives us an income because we're Saturn systems. So if we can get it for free with our steel, you know, there's an opportunity cost because we're not getting those oceans down, which we honestly really need to get in on. But so this energy tag we lose a point on, but it is good because it's good. I promise it's good. It unlocks this fusion power to get another energy tag, and then that gives us some stuff. So let's, I really want the plants. I think the plants are going to be really required. So let's hit that right away, and then we'll make do with what we have left, which I think is going to just be an energy tap. Thank you, neutrals, we're taking your energy, and then we'll rad suits. 1 income, what is it, 6 times? 7 times? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 6 times. It pays itself off. It is a points card because we played it so late, it only goes neutral for itself, but we're going to have to be okay with that. I don't want to give up that point, and I don't... it's a sunk cost fallacy, right? I spent 3 to get it, and then I never ended up being the right thing to play. Minus 16 isn't too far away for us. I don't really want to do flooding if we can start getting oceans a better way. Ecological zone is also just points. So let's... So we could buy it. Gets us a tile on the board, which we could use to scoop, but no. Let's get this moving. And honestly, I think our best bet is to go all in on pumping oceans right away. Because we are limited by how many cheap oceans we can get based on how many like one action per turn basically. Space elevator, that breaks my heart because I just spent all my freaking steel. But if we're gonna buy it, we should buy it now because it's gonna give us titanium every round, and then we'll know to use it next round. It's definitely worth buying. Space Mirror is cool, but we don't need it this turn. We could spend titanium on it next turn. Come on, give us some Jovians. Give us some Jovians. We only have a couple. Going into round 10, remember, this is when you gotta start terraforming, start focusing on the terraform. Science, we're only at 2 tags, but we could really run away with it. Maybe we can do a little bit more card draw to try and get there. So a little bit of bump, a little bit of scooping this up. I think it's worthwhile to buy this, even if we lose an income. I'd like to obviously sell a steel. I think we want that. A little bit of energy, a little bit of heat boost that helps terraform the planet. Okay, let's do an aquifer pump, and we know we want the steel because we have things to use it on. Both of these are good. I'd rather get more energy up front and get the science tag. Oh, and that leaves us with enough to get the other bump as well. So we'll jump right on it. And that extra energy should help us by spooling over into heat. So the fact that we have 3 plant income is good. The fact that we have cheaper oceans is good. We still got a long ways to go, and we only have this generation and then 3 more. Adaptation technology is a science tag. Then we can get this science tag, then we can get this science tag, then we just need like 1 more. I can't not take it. As far as oceans go, we can buy 4. This is 7. Like the 7th. So we need 2 more. I really want it to be a space event, which makes me not want to grab Subterranean Reservoir. But maybe we grab it just in case. I don't know though, because it's only... It is a decent discount if we get our anti-grav. Let's look at a card. Insects. Wrong button. Tags. We have a single plant tag, a second plant tag, 2 plant income at this point. You know, if I get it this turn, it's $9 to get like 6 plants, which is actually kind of worth it. Am I able to get it this turn though? Not if I do the science that I want to do. So I'm gonna... But why do I want to do the science? I know plants are an issue. Let's focus on the plants. And let's just... Oh, we need 6% oxygen. That's why I don't want to do it. Okay. We also need to get an ocean with this every round, so I can't get as much science as I thought I could anyway. And we're just going to place that here so that we can start building our greeneries towards the oceans. Okay. This is a lot of plants. 12 and 13. We can't get both of these, and this one alone doesn't give us much. So sure, let's get this. I'm not feeling particularly powerful, but we have another greenery lined up for next gen. Earth Office I want to buy, but we don't have any Earth tags, so technically it's pointless right now. But we got things starting to congeal into something useful. The oceans, we can start filling out that trench and getting those greens. There's another I don't think it's worth going for the city. How many microbe tags do we have? One. That would be one plant production. I don't think so. This gets us our second thing, so sure. We have 2 heat bumps. But we should look at our card first. We can buy this, but it's $9 for like no plants. So we won't. We could have, because I plan on buying this space or this science tag, so we could have gotten to it, but it didn't really work. We have not enough science. Too many problems. And a science is 1. Okay. Let's do it. You into this. Into this. And then, because I never want to forget it, there's no cards to scoop, are there? Oh, there are. Okay, in that case, let's buy the cheaper ocean, and let's go get a card. Food factory. So I definitely want this ocean, and I need to get it over anything else. So can we still get insects? Yes, if we sell cards. Which, if we sell cards, it's going to be Food Factory and Space Mirrors. Space Mirrors, Food Factory. And that gets us $9 for a handful of plants. Look at all this titanium. Look at it all. You know, I'm playing a responsible Saturn Systems run. We are not being handed Jovian cards. Though that big 15 heat we just produced, that can spool over. I mean, I'm gonna take Vesta Shipyards because it's points for us, and we can buy it basically for free. But it's not gonna make me feel good. Nukes, that helps. Sell a steel. Earth office for shizzle. So we want to build a pocket for that nuke to fit, which for me is gonna be obvious. I'm gonna go down and in here. Ooh, I'm gonna nuke on this side. So subterranean reservoir. We still don't have our discounts, and by the time we get up to our discounts, we're not gonna have many cards left to play, which is not good. But it is what it is. I could have went fishing for cards there, but I think that it's way more important to keep the money flowing in, because we are definitely shy on terraforming this planet. I want this, but I think first what we do is we buy a granary and we place it here for a bunch of money back, and then we get more plants. So that's nice. And then we do it again and keep going along those oceans. We just got to keep it rolling. A little bit more plant income is enough to get us up to another granary next turn. Vesta Shipyards, let's just overpay in titanium because we have so much of it. And there you go. That's a whole generation down. We're missing 1 science to have gotten our discount on everything. Which means playing it is probably not worth it unless you just want points. But this, like, we need to buy another ocean. AI Central, really? You're going to throw that in my face? Here's the thing, though. We do not have enough money. Right? We have 2 heat bumps, then the free heat bump from the thing, from our 1 greenery, and we're at 8 and 0. Our only way to win this is to get like a Deimos down and like a whole bunch of other cards that work. And none of it works unless we get AI Central, so it's a Hail Mary because we've already functionally... Oh, we don't want to sell both our steels. We've already functionally lost, but we're going to try and fix it. There's a great science tag. Yeah, sure. All right, fine. I'll spend most of my remaining money in my last generation just to try Nitrogen-rich asteroid. That actually would have been nice, seeing as we have the plant tags. Look at this. Completely free. And I still have 8 titanium left over. Can I get a yikes o'clock? Because this feels pretty yikes o'clock. So that's good. We buy our last ocean here. That's good. You know, we're a whole generation off of the mark right now. And it's pretty painful. So we buy greenery. Then we can get a greenery for free. And we can get 2 plants back for it, but that doesn't actually matter. So the most we can do with this game is build beside our starting city and build anti-grav as our last action, just for some points. And there you go. Saturn systems deflated in front of your eyes. It really sucks, though, because I feel as though we played it as conservatively as possible. Like, maybe grabbing the science tag at all was bad. At one point, I grabbed, you know, a 1 point for rad suits or whatever, but that card was grabbed at a point where playing it made sense, and then better cards came up through the luck of the draw. But yeah, an 80-point loss. You know, welcome to Season 3. I hope you enjoyed. I really did. And I'll catch you in the next one. How about that?